Hey gardeners, Green Thumb Gardening here, back with another video. Today we're going to try to focus on our cucumbers and pepper plants, and I will start with the cucumbers first, but let's just take a look at how much they have grown. So since I've last posted, we've pruned our cucumber plants, and I'm unsure if I taught or showed any of you how I prune my cucumber plants. Excuse my voice, it's early in the morning. I try to get these done before the kids wake up now. But pruning them, I'll just pick one, and we'll also get to look at some of the new things that's been going on. So right here, this is a perfect example. This is what they call the sucker, and I want to say I've made that video already, but just in case I haven't, this is what they call the sucker, and it's nothing bad for your cucumber plant. It's actually just another part of the plant that will produce, as you can see if we were to look in there, this is just another flower. It also has a tendril, and if I am not mistaken, this will turn into, it'll be just another male plant, but that is causing the plant to put more energy into getting this one ready, but it'll produce fruit just as well. It'll produce cucumbers, but you get rid of them because, one, we're growing our plant to grow up off of one main stem, so we get rid of any of the suckers. I haven't been out in the past 2 days to prune any of them, but I will do that a little bit later on today. And I know pruning is so scary, it really is, but it does definitely help. I have noticed the difference. I've noticed that our flowers have begun to bloom. That's also another thing I wanted to talk about. We don't have a lot of bees, so we're having to try to get into hand pollinating our cucumber plants so that our female cucumbers can begin to produce cucumbers, or so that they won't fall off. So without further ado, let me go ahead and show you our flowers. And right now, the flowers that you're looking at, there are male flowers. As you can see, we have a couple back there. We have a couple back there. And we'll go around on the back and look at those to see if they're male or female flowers. But I believe this one is just a male flower. And how you tell which one's male or female? This one's male because it's just a flower and a stem. And I will get under there to see if I can zoom in so you can see. Yeah, so that is just a stem. There's no cucumber on the bottom of that. It's just the stem. Now, if you come, I have a couple of female cucumbers on here, but they don't have any flowers yet. So they're really, really young. So this one here is a female cucumber plant. I'm sorry. Let me get the camera to focus. Oh, come on, camera. There you go. That is what you call the female plant. That's where your cucumber is going to come from. This little piece here is your cucumber, and that's where your flower is supposed to develop. And look, we have a cucumber beetle. Get off of there. Those little guys will wreak havoc on this plant, so I like to get those off of there as soon as we can. But yes, that was your female plant. Now, I do have, at one point I had 3 flowers here, and what I'm noticing is all of my flowers as of now are male flowers. I haven't had any female flowers other than that one. And then I have another one, I believe, on one of my other plants. Now you can see that one a little bit more, and it's probably beneficial for me to see if it's flowered yet. Thing is, it's a little hard to actually go through here and pick and find these because of how big these leaves have gotten. Oh, there it is. Now this one that I show you, oh, great. I guess I'll have to wait for the camera to start to get itself back together. There we go. It gets too close and decides to, I guess, cross vision. I have one more that I just saw. There it is. Right there. That's the only other one that I've seen, but that's a really good example. That right there is your cucumber, and that's the top part of the cucumber plant, except she hasn't flowered yet. And I'm actually wondering when we're actually gonna see flowers on there, but that baby cucumber will grow into a cucumber if this is pollinated. So we're hoping we can get that pollinated. So let's go check out the other side. So those two actually have their flowers. These guys on the back, this one does not have any flowers, not blooming, it's not opened anyway. And those happen to be the only cucumber plants, the only female plants that I've seen on here. Now, another reason I did not take off my suckers is because I noticed that some of my suckers carried with them female cucumber plants. So, I mean, cucumber flowers. So, we'll check those out. And these are the two that we saw from the back. And this is a much better view of the difference between the female and the male. So that guy's pretty big and you can see him. That's just a stem. That's just a stem and the flower. That's what pollinates the flower. And this also will be another male plant. It won't be a female plant. So, and I've been looking quite a bit. I don't have very many female plants on here. So, I'll be looking into what we can do about that. Now, how you could hand pollinate these, there's so many different ways. It's a little bit different than hand pollinating your peppers. With the peppers that I have, they're self-pollinating, so you don't really have to do a lot. But for the cucumbers, you can either take, and there is that pesky little beetle chomping away at a flower, at a leaf. Look at him. Well, he's gonna get thumped. Sorry, little beetle. I probably didn't thump him anywhere. He probably just got into the bed. It's okay. We'll get him eventually. But, and he's doing small nibbles, but hey, we don't want him nibbling over the entire patch. Anyway, basically you could take an electric toothbrush, you can take a regular toothbrush, you can take a very small, fine paintbrush, and what you would do is stick it in the middle, right there, in the middle. That's your male plant. In the middle of that guy, you'll twirl it around a little bit, and you'll go touch the female flower on the middle, and there you go, you're pollinating it. Because I don't have a lot of bees, so that seems like something we'll have to get into. I actually have not seen a bee, and the bees that I did have, they were in the front of my house, and once we cut down our bushes, they all left. So we have two options. We can hand pollinate, or I can go buy perennials and plant some perennials. And that's another thing. Bees do like those perennials. So you can go to your local hardware store, your Lowe's, Home Depot, any type of flower shop that you have, and you can grab some perennials. Bees do like those. I've seen it myself. I can say it all the time. I'll have to take you guys on a Lowe's trip with me. Honestly, and I think that's what I'm going to do, because as you can see, we are pretty stuffed here. We actually still have a little too many of these plants in here. At least for this amount of space that I have. I think there are a little too many of them, but we will make it work however we can. Next year we're gonna do bush cucumbers, just to keep it a little bit neater and a little bit more accessible to me whenever I'm harvesting them, and I don't want to miss any of them. But I'm kind of familiar with these plants. I'm always in there, so I think that'll be okay. But yeah, that's how you would hand pollinate them. But again, if you don't want to go through the hassle of hand pollinating, go grab you some perennials. The bees love that stuff. All right, those are our cucumbers. The next time I'll do a video for you all, I'll show you how we prune them, and also I'll try to, hopefully we'll have a female plant that is opened, and we'll show you how to hand pollinate. Okay, on to our peppers. Well, first up, ghost pepper plants. And I know that you guys can see it from here, the excitement in my voice. Can you hear it? I can. Look at those ghost peppers. That are the 3 that we attempted to show way back when we first started to see them pop out of their little pods. Now, those are the only 3 that you see right now, but there is a 4th there, that little small pod. That is a 4th pepper, and there's actually another one somewhere, but when I tell you, it's hard to show you all the pepper. Up there he is, down at the bottom, right above that guy. That's the smaller, that's the other one. So that gives us 5 that you can see on camera. We have 5 more very small ones starting off as pods. So that gives us a total of 10 ghost peppers so far. And sometimes I have to turn this and just kind of take a good look around. But if you can see, we have 2 that are trying to bud out there. Now those are new. I had not seen those before on these notes. But there are 3 actually. There's 1, those little things that you see sticking out there, that's the bottom of the pepper. And then there's a 3rd one right here. So that's 3 already. When I say these things have grown a lot faster than I thought they would, they did. Look at that guy up close and personal with a ghost pepper. Doesn't that just look hot? I cannot wait. That's when you guys get to see me burn my mouth off and taste one of these guys. So, update on our pepper count. We have over 10 peppers on here now that I saw those other 3. And it has been doing great. Honestly, there's not been a lot of maintenance to this particular plant. I've seen it's done very well without me touching it. The only thing I come out and do, I'll prune off some of the leaves. And again, pruning, it's just picking off parts of your plant that isn't doing so well or could cause plant diseases or any other thing like that. So it's normally me just taking off any leaves that I think that don't look well, leaves that are been eaten up on, and I go ahead and take those off. I remove those. Now there are ways, because again, remember I said that you could hand pollinate your pepper plants, but they self-pollinate. I come out here every now and then and I'll just, bump the flowers individually. And we got a little critter on there. Can't see if you can tell, but I think I scared him. I don't know. That's actually a bug. It's actually not a part of the plant. See? You guys, my camera amazes me, and this is just a phone camera. It amazes me at how much it could actually capture. But anyway, I just go out and shake it. Otherwise, I'll leave this baby alone. Leaving it alone, I have now gotten 10 plus peppers. So anybody trying to do ghost pepper plants, they're really, really good. They're really, really good plants. So I plan on keeping this guy for as many growing seasons as I can. And then he'll definitely be on the list of peppers that I like to grow. Eventually, I like to hone in on a good ghost pepper hot sauce. Who knows? Maybe we can get that going. Excuse me. Now on to our barrel of peppers. This is the red bell pepper, of course. And as you can see, it has gotten much bigger. It has gotten so big. Now, it has even tried to produce, while still giving energy to this guy, more side shoots, more green. We've ended up doing a little bit of a late season pruning. I know that sounds crazy, but it'll help the plant out a little bit more. So we'll keep you updated on that red bell. But on to my Big Bertha. Look at that, y'all. Look at that plant. Again, if you're afraid to top your pepper plant late in your growing season, don't be. This is what we did. Well, this is what I did. Late in the growing season, I topped this fella. And I topped Bertha, so I won't say fella. I topped Bertha, and when I say nothing, it was just stem. Basically like that is what it looked like when I got from Lowe's, and a couple of leaves on the top, but that was about it. And this is all of the growth that we have from Bertha. We've even what's even better is that Bertha has now developed a side shoot that was not there before I cut. So a very nice side stem out of the main stem. And the main stem is this main part right here, just in case you're wondering. But Bertha's doing great. Like I said, we have baby buds here. We have baby buds on this new shoot here, off in there. She's doing great. Now, our Cajun bell. I will say this. Out of all of my pepper plants, as far as what's producing, my Cajun bell pepper plant and the ghost pepper plant over there are producing like crazy. I have 10 plus pepper plants that you can actually see on camera if I take you through that bush over here. And tons of flowers, if you can see them. I have flowers here, 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 buds even, here, here. And any of the ones that have fallen off, it's because it's producing a new pepper. Yesterday, the husband and I have come out and we did a pepper count on the Cajun bell, and we counted 9. Well, since I've come out here this morning, I've counted another one, so it looks like 10 plus whatever those flowers are producing. And so when you see your flowers, just be on the lookout for peppers developing from those flowers. That usually signifies you're about to have a pepper come out soon. So here's the newest pepper we've seen. That's 1. There is 2. Oh, well, there is 3, that little baby, 3. That's 3. There is 4 and 5. 6 and 7. 8 and 9. The 10th one is just a bud as well, and it hides very well. So we'll probably not get to see that one because I have to kind of look for it. Where'd you go? because that one's new. Like I said, the 10th one is something like that. And you kind of have to get through here and look through your plant, otherwise you'll miss them. And here is the yellow bell. Now, the yellow bell looks just like a lot of bush, but this is where we topped him, right there. We topped that plant there, and this is what we got. Lots of green, because also this one had only one pepper, and that pepper was growing super slow, and it had nothing around it. This right here, pruning, what is pruning good for? What I have noticed is pruning is really good for producing a little bit more greenery around your plant, a lot of more side shoots. It gives you a lot of more areas for peppers to come out of, and it's not just for your top of the peppers. As you can see, even with this Cajun bell pepper plant, there are peppers all throughout the entire bush. So you don't just have peppers growing out of your top, because that's where all of the energy has been placed. You're forcing the pepper, and I say this enough, even for those who are afraid to prune or top when your plant isn't doing as well as you want it. Prune or top your plant. Trust your gardening and just go for it. Worst case scenario, it's a trial and error, especially when you're a beginner like me. Trial and error. When I did this Big Bertha plant, I had no idea what to expect. I thought that I would ruin it, but at that time, that was the second bell pepper plant, Big Bertha bell pepper plant, that I had gotten from Lowe's. And I'm like, okay, Lowe's, you guys do not prune, even at the earliest of stages, and there's no telling when Lowe's gets their shipments in for their plants. So, but they were super awesome with letting me return the first Big Bertha bell, and I got this one. And instead of taking her back, I said, hey, let's do some trial and error, and we're gonna see if we can make this work ourselves. So even if it's just for this season and you're doing your trial and error, pruning and or topping your plant, I believe is going to give you a bigger harvest, a better harvest. Because, perfect example, this plant here, our red bell, this is the only pepper that we have. This is also the plant that looks the least bit green. All of the energy has been, I'm glad I have it like this, all of the energy has been put towards the top, as you can see. Now, if I raise up all that top, this is all that plant has. That's all that's there. So, if you're wondering, okay, are you going to top that plant? Yes, I am. I'm going to do a late season top for this plant, because my growing season in Zone 7 is pretty long. So I do believe that I'll be able to get a nice yield from this red bell once I top it. We just decided to keep it because we're going to see how long it takes this guy here to mature and turn red. The moment I see a red bell, he's coming off and I'm topping that plant. But today, again, just wanted to update you all on our peppers. Look at those. Oh, I cannot wait for these. They're gonna be so yummy. And I will definitely keep you updated on these cucumbers, because just like you, now that I say I only have male flowers, I'm wondering where I only have 2 females that I have seen. I'm wondering where the females are and when they're gonna flower. But as you can see, we've not had a lot of sun these last couple of days here in Zone 7, so at least not on my side. So, as usual, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'm even going to say share this video if you can, and hit that bell for updates and notifications on our small garden here. And as always, happy gardening. Green Thumb Gardener signing out.